Downtown LA, Friday night. A fancy restaurant packed with rich folks pretending they're important. Then the doors swing open, and in walks Marcus Reed, a calm black guy in a clean bomber jacket, just trying to eat dinner after a brutal work week. At the same time, a loud white couple, Trent and Madison, Hale, are arguing with the hostess like they own the damn building. Marcus doesn't even look at them. But they sure as hell look at him. Madison whispers, "Why is he sitting here? This place ain't cheap." Trent laughs and says louder, "Nah, babe, he's probably lost." Everybody hears it. Marcus just exhales. He knows exactly how this night's about to go, and they don't know who the hell they're messing with. Marcus sits down at a corner table, calm, quiet, minding his business. The waitstaff greets him with respect. They know him. They've seen him here before, but nobody else in the restaurant knows why he's familiar. Trent and Madison get seated 2 tables away. They keep eyeballing him like he stole their parking spot. Madison leans over to Trent. "Babe, he's wearing a jacket. In a place like this? For real?" Trent smirks. "Relax. Dude's probably some TikTok hustle coach or whatever." Marcus hears every word, but he stays cool. He's been in bigger fights than this, literal ones. A waitress, Emily, walks up to Marcus with a smile. "Good to see you again, sir. Same order as last time?" Trent freezes. "Wait, again?" Emily keeps going, clueless to the couple's reaction. "The chef said if you're here tonight, he'll come say hi. He's prepping your favorite." Trent cuts in. "Hold on, sweetheart. How's he getting special treatment?" Emily gives him a quick, cold look. "Sir, he's a regular." Madison rolls her eyes. "He doesn't look like a regular at a place like this." Marcus finally turns his head. "Ma'am, what exactly does a regular look like to you?" She backs up a little. Didn't expect him to speak. But Trent steps forward, full ego mode. "Man, don't start. We're just saying. You look out of place." Marcus stares at him. "I've been out of place in better rooms than this." Emily tries to defuse the situation. "Sir, please." Marcus smiles. "It's all good. I'm eating." That's it. But Trent can't let it go. People like him never can. Restaurant tension builds. A nearby table of rich influencers starts recording quietly. This is America. Somebody's always filming. The manager, Cole Peterson, walks over. He knows Marcus. He tenses immediately. "Marcus, everything all right?" Trent scoffs. "Oh wow, management too? What, is he like a VIP here?" Cole doesn't say a word. Just nods at Marcus respectfully. Now Madison feels stupid, so she doubles down. "Look, we just don't want trouble." Marcus raises an eyebrow. "Trouble? Lady, I ordered salmon." The whole table nearby laughs. Trent gets red in the face. Kitchen reacts inside the kitchen. The chef, Luis Ortega, peeks out when he hears the noise. He spots Marcus and smiles big. "Yo, my man finally showed up." He wipes his hands and starts walking out. Trent mutters, "Oh, hell no, who's he calling my man?" Luis reaches Marcus's table, claps a hand on his shoulder like they're family. "Marcus, you want the lemon glaze or the spicy one?" "I made both." Madison whispers, "Chef knows him." "Seriously?" Luis overhears. He turns around slowly. "Yeah, I know him better than I know half the people eating here." Trent scoffs. "Why? He your cousin or something?" Luis stares right through him. "No, he's the reason this place still exists." Room goes silent. Marcus closes his eyes. He hates attention, but the truth always leaks out. The slow reveal starts. Cole, the manager, pulls Trent aside. "Sir, please stop speaking. You have no idea who he is." Trent's ego flares. "Then tell me." Cole hesitates. "He wasn't supposed to reveal it publicly," Marcus says quietly. "Cole, don't." Trent leans in. "Oh, so now it's a secret? What are you, some celebrity?" Marcus shrugs. "Nope, just someone who worked hard." Madison whispers, "He's lying." "Look at him." Marcus laughs under his breath. "He doesn't need to prove anything to anybody." 2 security guards approach, Andre and Miguel. They nod at Marcus respectfully. Miguel says, "You good, boss?" Trent flips out. "Boss? Seriously? What is this? Some kind of joke?" Marcus shakes his head. "Fellas, chill. Let them enjoy their night," Andre says. "Up to you. You call it." Trent hears that and loses it. "You call it? Who the hell are you?" Marcus finally looks him dead in the eyes. "You really want to know?" Trent stands tall. "Yeah, tell me." Marcus leans back in his chair. I own this place. They walked out of the station into the cold evening air, streetlights flicking on one by one. Ethan kept checking over his shoulder like the whole damn city was watching him. Riley didn't slow down. She was already halfway across the sidewalk when he jogged up next to Air. Yo, Riley, hold up, he said, breathing heavy. She stopped but didn't turn. What now? That dude in the hoodie. He's not letting this go. I know how these guys move. He's coming back tonight. She finally looked at him. So? That's your problem. You're the one who took his money. Ethan rubbed his face. I didn't take anything. He thinks I did. Big difference. Riley shrugged. He doesn't care about differences. They turned down a narrow alley shortcut. Trash cans, busted neon signs, steam rising from a vent, classic backstreet vibe. Riley pulled her jacket tighter. Ethan kept glancing behind them. You're acting weird, she said. I'm telling you, the guy's trouble. He's not solo either. He rolls with two dudes who don't talk. They just swing. Before Riley could answer, footsteps echoed behind them. Fast. Heavy. She froze. Ethan muttered, Shit. Here we go. 3 figures turned into the alley. Same guy in the black hoodie leading, jaw clenched. Eyes locked on Ethan like a target he'd been waiting all night to hit. Riley whispered, Don't start running. He'll chase. Ethan swallowed. I wasn't planning on sprinting. My legs are jelly. The hoodie guy stepped closer. You thought I was playing, huh? Riley stepped slightly in front of Ethan. Back off. He said he didn't steal your cash. Hoodie guy laughed. Girl, you really think I care? He was there, he dipped. He ran with my boy's bag. That's all I need. His 2 backup guys spread out, blocking the alley exit. Their hands were already balled into fists. Riley whispered sideways to Ethan. You lied to me. I didn't lie. He's mixing me up with someone else. Doesn't matter, she said quietly. He's not here to debate. The hoodie guy swung first. Riley shoved Ethan sideways, taking the hit on her shoulder. She stumbled but stayed on her feet. Ethan crashed into a trash can, metal echoing through the alley. Riley, he yelled. She dodged the second punch and elbowed the guy in the ribs. He hissed and backed up. His boys moved in fast. Ethan scrambled up. Yo, stop! Stop! Nobody listened. Riley blocked another hit, grabbed the attacker's hoodie, and slammed him against the brick wall. His boys lunged at her from both sides. Ethan's voice cracked. Riley, get back! She didn't. She caught a punch to her jaw, hard. Her knees buckled for a second. She steadied herself, breathing rough. The hoodie guy wiped blood from his lip, glaring. You got hands, respect, but this ain't about you. Then he pulled something from his pocket, a small fold-out blade. Ethan's whole body locked. Yo, hey, don't do that! Riley stepped back, eyes sharp, breathing hard. Come on, man. You really gonna pull that? The blade glinted under the streetlight. He pointed it straight at Ethan. This ends now. Riley didn't think. She moved. Full sprint. She slammed into him before he could step forward, knocking him sideways. The knife clattered. But one of the backup guys grabbed her arm and yanked her back. Ethan snapped. He rushed in, tackling the guy holding Riley. They hit the pavement hard. Riley kicked the other one away, scrambling to her feet. Sirens suddenly howled in the distance. The attackers froze. The hoodie guy cursed, grabbed his blade, and took off running. His boys followed, disappearing down the far end of the alley. Riley stood there, chest heaving, hair a mess, jaw bruised, hands shaking. Ethan leaned on the wall, breathing like he ran a marathon. You literally saved me. She rolled her eyes. Yeah, well, try not to get me stabbed next time. Police lights flashed at the end of the alley. Ethan sighed. Round 2 with the cops? Riley smirked tiredly. Let them come. And the officers rushed toward them as the night finally stopped shaking. The cops arrived, lights cutting through the alley like sharp knives. Riley and Ethan raised their hands, letting the officers see they weren't the ones causing trouble. A report of a fight? One of them barked, flashlight swinging. Yeah, just these 3, Ethan said, pointing down the alley, but the hoodie guy and his crew were long gone. The cops scanned the area, nodding at Riley and Ethan. You two okay? Fine, Riley said, flexing her jaw where the punch had landed. Just a couple of wannabe tough guys. Ethan gave a shaky laugh. Yeah, wannabe, definitely. The officers took statements, asked for descriptions, and eventually told them to head home. The adrenaline still coursed through their veins, but the city felt quieter now. Riley and Ethan walked out of the alley, keeping to the lit streets. Ethan finally exhaled. "Man, I owe you big time." "Yeah, you better," Riley said, smirking despite the bruises. "But listen, next time you pick a fight, try not to drag me into it." Ethan grinned. "No promises, but I'll try." They rounded the corner, and the familiar hum of downtown. LA felt different now, like the city itself was giving them a nod for surviving the night. Then Ethan froze. "Wait, do you think he's coming back?" Riley tilted her head, scanning the shadows. "Hoodie guy? Nah, he's smart enough to know when he's beat. You? Maybe. But I got a feeling this chapter's done." They stopped in front of a 24-hour diner, the neon sign buzzing. Riley gestured inside. "Coffee?" "Best idea you've had all night," Ethan admitted. They walked in, the warmth and smell of fresh coffee washing over them. No fights, no knives, just the low chatter of late-night patrons. Ethan sat across from Riley, rubbing his jaw, watching her laugh at a story she pulled out of nowhere. For a moment, the chaos of the alley felt like it belonged to someone else. They had survived, together, and maybe that was enough for now. Outside, the city breathed. Sirens faded into the distance. Streetlights flickered, and somewhere down a side street, the hoodie guy cursed under his breath, realizing he'd underestimated them. Inside the diner, Riley clinked her coffee cup against Ethan's. "To surviving idiots," she said with a grin. Ethan laughed, finally relaxed. To surviving idiots. The night stretched on, calm now as the city settled back into its rhythm. No more chasing, no more threats. Just the two of them, coffee in hand, and the quiet satisfaction of knowing they'd come out on top. And somewhere in the distance, the streetlights flickered. But nothing or no one dared to disrupt them again. "We have a problem," she said coolly. "Sergeant Dawson is back and he's stirring the pot. But our paperwork is airtight. As long as we stay united, there's nothing he can do." But a flicker of unease crossed her eyes. She knew the Army's legal arm wasn't easily intimidated. Riley became the reluctant face of the fight. In a packed courthouse, victims recounted stories of intimidation and mysterious violations. When his turn came, Riley's voice cut through the room. "While I was serving my country, they forged documents and stole my family's home. They thought I wouldn't come back to fight. They were wrong." The silence afterward felt electric. Captain Grant soon filed a federal injunction, halting all Mason Creek HOA foreclosures. The investigation widened. Bank accounts, secret kickbacks, even whispers of a cash buyer pipeline funneling properties to out-of-state investors. And the final blow? A county clerk stepped forward, with proof that Margot's board had altered digital records, time-stamped, edits that exposed years of fraudulent filings. One gray morning, Margot Steele was escorted out of the HOA office in handcuffs, her once perfect suit wrinkled, her eyes still defiant. News crews swarmed. Families cheered quietly from sidewalks. Riley stood at the courthouse steps, Harper by his side. "It's Dad's land again," she whispered. Riley gazed toward the horizon where the Dawson Ranch waited. The battle had been brutal, but the legacy stood. He finally exhaled, the Texas wind carrying a promise. No one steals a soldier's home and gets away with it.